There have been many attempts at settling on a list of the greatest songs of all time. Many of them just boil down to counting down a list without any real explanation of why one song is above the other. But I think there's another way. Instead, one should look at what sets a song apart to be great. Whether it is in how it deals with specific subject matter, the emotions it is able to evoke, or its influence and value in the musical and cultural context. For this series, I narrowed down all these aspects in 25 categories, in each of which I will show the 4 songs representing the notion to the greatest extent. The aim of all of this is to really appreciate these songs further and eventually land on my top 100 songs list of all time. Not ranked, by the way. So let's give it up for... So just before I start with the songs, I knew that this was gonna be very hard in this video to find things to actually talk about. Because if there's a great guitar song, you just hear it and you just know it immediately. And for that reason, I think this is gonna be the part of this whole series where I'm gonna be talking and analyzing the least. But for future occasions, I think I'll be analyzing more than in this video about how these songs fit into the category. But still, I found different ways for this video in how these songs are important and how these songs are great. And for that reason, they still require a little bit of context. Most of all, this first one. Hi, I'm Arne, and this is Dick Dale. If you was a dick is hard to find out, the hit qualities of song Miserlou though are anything but. It even became a hit 40 years later thanks to the Black Eyed Peas and featured in Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. To show you just how important it was though, here's the most energetic hit song from the month Miserlou was released. Miserlou in comparison, the first thing you may notice is the heaviness compared to contemporary artists. The way in which the high end of the guitar tone is chopped off, the rough sound of it, the distortion. Yeah, that's it. It's distortion. In fact, Dick Dale is often cited as a pioneer of using distortion to make for a heavier, thicker sound. And its impact, along with other factors, can be seen in the following years. If you ask me how they were able to get these sounds out of a 1962 amp, well, don't try this at home, kids. In fact, because slashing your amp became such a common practice in the early 1960s, that it led to the invention of distortion pedals. One of the first to use it was Jimi Hendrix is widely regarded as the greatest guitarist of all time. And I even debated with myself about making all 4 entries about songs by him, but I settled with 2 instead. Voodoo Child's Sly Return might just be Hendrix at his most raw, exciting and crazy. The wah pedal is insane, the guitar is as singable as any vocal melody, and although it came 10 years before the mosh pit, the moment he gets down to that E string, or in his case the D sharp string to the bottom note of it, was made for that. On this and many others of his songs, Hendrix just seems like he would just move his fingers by instinct rather than with any plan. Solo reflects it perfectly. It's more a vibe than anything technical, and that's although the technique is very complicated. As I already said earlier, guitar playing is just the hardest thing to explain because it's like, I think someone once called it, it's like dancing to architecture. And so therefore I just want to show you a few clips so you can really understand how great Jimi Hendrix was as a guitar player. Insane, right? Voodoo Child is in mine and many other people's opinion Jimi Hendrix's best song. But according to many people who've been playing guitar for decades, it's not his hardest to play. That title goes to While Voodoo Child shows the insane power and energy of Jimi Hendrix, Little Wing is all about how unconventional he was in terms of, well, anything, but specifically rhythm. Within the intro solo, he frequently switches the rhythm of his playing between straight, shuffle, and hard shuffle rhythms, which is why some people call it one of the hardest songs to play on guitar. The rest of the song has nice chord progression, and I like his singing here, but it's the first 32 seconds of utter madness that make the song as great as it is. Some of these songs just don't need explanation really. Just check out these moments and you'll get why it's one of the quintessential songs of guitar music. Slick and soft licks in between the lines, the picking of two strings, the main riff in the chorus, the first solo that is so tastefully adequate, or the second one that is insanely technical in just the pace it has but never feels rushed, but is still controlled and full of great moments. Mark Knopfler plays guitar here just like he sings. He doesn't even think about what he's doing, like his hands just move by themselves and he could really be doing the most insane stuff out there without breaking a sweat. The song is fitting as well as it is about a small band in a pub seeing themselves as the best band out there, and though the guitar is insane, the demeanor sells it perfectly.